Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl Froch, MBE, the former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and international boxing Hall of Famer.
You absolutely rip the arse out of that, don't you?
No, I've got another one yet.
And I'm Rachel Froch. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Did you miss me?
Absolutely, I miss you. I miss you every week when you're not on Froch on Fighting. I think the fans miss you a little bit more than me though.
Oh, well, that's quite nice.
Because I get to see you every day, don't I?
You do, don't you?
Well, I'm the lucky one.
Why, are you bored of me now?
Not at all. Anyway, we'll get into the Q&A in a minute. This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino.
So thanks for getting all your questions in. There's been loads as usual. We've picked 10 of the best. So, question 1.
Who says they're the best though? That's the thing. The best by, how are you defining the best?
Well, the producer.
Producer.
He's picked 10 that he wants.
I had a cheeky look at some of the questions and some of them are better than the others. Some of them are a bit naughty as well. I like them ones. I consider them to be the best. The naughty one.
Naughty? What type of naughty?
You don't get to see them. You don't
God.
get that. You don't get that.
God, I'm all right. Just don't ask me.
Of course you're all right. You got the Cobra. You got the Cobra on tap.
Okay.
Anyway, let's do it.
Question 1. I don't think this is a good one for you. How quickly can you down a pint of Guinness with demonstration? You don't drink very much, so
No, I don't.
That's
Listen,
not going to be one for you.
It's pointless saying I've got a friend who can down a pint of Guinness in about 3 seconds. Just pours it down his throat. But I'm not a big drinker. I never have been, as you know. So I'll make a pint of Guinness. So it's how long can I make a pint of Guinness last should be the question. I'll probably, if I go out and have a drink, a little session on the Guinness or a couple of beers, a couple of brewskis, I'll have 2-3 pints all night.
All night.
So I'm not well practiced on necking pints of Guinness. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. That's going to be the quickest. The quickest time I can down a pint of Guinness is 10 minutes.
Save us a lot.
Proper lightweight.
Yeah. So question 2. Usyk is the best heavyweight of this era, but how would he have got on in the 90s against Lewis, Holyfield, Tyson and Bruno, etc.?
Riddick Bowe. He is probably the best of the era. He's proven that because he beat Fury and he's smacked up AJ twice, which we saw. One of them was a little bit close, but not that close. So yeah, how would he have got on with that era? I don't think he was big enough for a lot of them. You say he's beat AJ, he's beat Fury, and he's big enough for them. But them fighters of that era, the 80s and 90s, Riddick Bowe, and remember Riddick Bowe, Holyfield, they had the trilogy. The pace, the power, the punch resistance of these guys and the pressure, the
strength.
I don't know. And Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis was huge. Tall Ranger, Klitschko's. I think he'd have been in there, he'd have been all right. I don't think he'd have dominated like he's doing now. He's beat Fury when Fury's just kind of over the hill. And AJ didn't fancy it, did he? AJ's arse was gone by the time he fought Usyk, he didn't have the right mindset after his Ruiz whooping. So you can't say that Usyk doesn't belong in the era of the 90s and early 2000s, but you'd give him, I don't know what I'm trying to say, you give him a chance against them fighters, but you can't say you dominate like he's dominating now. Because he is dominating now. He's beat them all. He's beat all the best, who we consider to be the best, AJ and Fury. He's beat them. He's beat Dubois as well. And Dubois just spanked up AJ, thumped him upside the head like I said he would, and finished him off. So, yeah, Usyk belongs in the mix, but
maybe not with that era.
Of that era, I think he would have struggled more than what he's struggling now. Good question, though.
So, question 3. What did you make of Tyson Fury saying he's going to stop Usyk in December when they fight? Is he saying the right thing?
You know what? I absolutely love the fact that Tyson Fury is sort of motivated. He's back in the gym. And for me, that's the right attitude. He's saying all the right things. He said that. He said he was going to take on Deontay Wilder when he fought. I don't know if it was the second or the third. He's fought him 3 times. I don't know if it was the rematch or the third fight. He said he was going to take on Wilder. It might have even been the first one. And everyone was like, no, he's never going to take Wilder on. Wilder's a massive puncher. He's not going to be able to cope with walking forward. If he walks into a shot, it's going to be fight over. But he actually stuck with his guns and he stuck by it and he got the fight won. He had 2 wins and a draw against Deontay Wilder. But when I heard him talking on an interview, I think it was last week, his latest, most recent interview, he was talking so confident and he's in the gym. He even said, because there's a game called Undisputed, which a lot of current and past fighters are in. I'm in that fight as well. Undisputed. If you want to take me on with Joe Calzaghe every single time. There's a cheat in there where Calzaghe can't beat me. Not really. But no, that's a great game, by the way. Undisputed. Look out for that. It's coming out on the consoles very soon. But he was doing an interview. He mentioned that. And he said, I'm going to take on Usyk. And the fact that he said he's going to take him on, that's the way to beat Usyk when you're that big. If you're big and strong and rangy, and you can lean on your opponent as well, bigger and heavier, and you've got that momentum. If he gets Usyk on his back foot and he's got the fitness to stay with him for 12 rounds, I mean, I don't think AJ's got 12 round fitness in him. He's past his best. But he won't need 12 rounds if he sticks it on Usyk. Because round, I think it's 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, Tyson. When he sticks it on Usyk 4, 5 and 6 in their first fight, well, their only fight, they've got the rematch before Christmas. He had Usyk in kind of trouble that I've never seen him in before. He had him hurt, hit him with an uppercut, he had him wobbled, but he couldn't maintain it, couldn't sustain it. So that's what he's got to do to beat Usyk. Stick it on him, put the pressure on him. The reason I mentioned Undisputed is because he's on the cover of that, Tyson Fury is.
Oh, nice.
And he actually said, if I get beat by Usyk in the rematch, I'm relinquishing the cover shot. Usyk can then be on the cover. And I thought that was very sort of magnanimous of him, because if he does lose, he's going to be on the front cover of a game called Undisputed. And
he's not.
He's not undisputed, is he?
No,
he won't be
enough.
Undisputed if he beats Usyk anyway, because they robbed the IBF belt of him, didn't they?
Right.
And then now Dubois. Dubois is a bona fide champ though.
Yeah.
But no, good question. And I think I was happy with the way Tyson Fury was talking. It gave me confidence, because at the minute, before that, I was like, Usyk wins the rematch. Probably not even close. It's another win for Usyk. But now, actually listening to him and listening to his mindset.
Now you feel like he's trying. Now
I feel like he's up for it.
He's training properly.
Yeah, he's saying, look, I'm on this. This is probably going to be maybe my last fight, and I've got to go to Usyk. I've got to take it to him. So, yeah, fair play to Tyson Fury. This could be the changing of the guard.
Hopefully.
What, do you want Usyk to get beat? What sort of the...
Yeah, I like Tyson Fury.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Fair enough. She likes Tyson Fury. We'll talk about it later. No, I know you're a big fan of Fury, though. You like the way he fights.
I like the down-to-earthness of them all.
Yeah, exactly. She's watching the Netflix show. He's on about doing another series as well.
Oh, right, okay.
He's mentioned, actually, he might do another series.
I'll watch that one again then.
So, yeah, good question.
So, number 4. How excited are you for Beterbiev versus Bivel?
So,
you're going to be doing a preview for this as well.
You've called him Beterbiev. Some people call him Beterbiev, and some people call him Beterbiev. So I'm going to say Beterbiev.
Whatever you think.
Beterbiev Bivel is without doubt the best and most exciting industry fight in the business. This is a boxing purist fight. If you're not into boxing and you're not a big boxing fan, this might not cross over to the mainstream.
Right, okay.
But Artur Beterbiev, 20 fights, unbeaten, 20 knockouts. Unbelievable puncher. He hits them with a shot and he just irons them out, hurts them bad. His fight against Callum Smith, he was on the floor, he gets caught. Callum Johnson, sorry. He also beat Callum Smith. Callum Johnson got stopped after dropping Beterbiev.
All right,
and he's a good fighter. I used to spar with Callum Johnson, good fighter. He's not in the sport anymore. Then he beat Callum Smith, who you know, I used to spar with him as well. He beat George Groves. He was a unified champ at super middleweight. And also Anthony Yard, who's a bit Roy Jones Jr.-esque. And I watched that fight yesterday, just on highlight. I watched some highlights of it. I've seen it a few times before, but I just wanted to have another look at him. And I'll tell you what, he really did himself proud there, Anthony Yard. Had a real good go. He was in the fight, but he just got out-muscled and he got hurt and caught with big shots. His opponent, his trainer pulled him out during the fight, saved him for another day, which was a very compassionate, well-timed stoppage. So anyway, that's Beterbiev. What a fighter. 40 years old. Devout Muslim, lives his life as proper man of God.
Yeah.
Got his wife and he don't move out of his home. He just trains, eats well, and he's clean. So even though he's 40, he's still got miles in the tank.
Yeah.
Demitri Bivel, what a fighter. I remember watching him. I can't remember where he boxed. He boxed in Australia, and that was in Monaco. I don't know if you was there, actually. Remember when you came to Monaco with me?
Yeah.
He was on that fight. He was on the undercard. Derek Chisora fought as well that night. Derek Chisora fought terrible. He was up, he lost and he was pissed off with his life. Bad performance. But anyway, Demitri Bivel is an unbelievable fighter. His outstanding standout win was against Canelo Alvarez. And not a lot of people thought he could beat Alvarez. I did. A few people in the boxing industry did. But it was an outstanding win against Canelo Alvarez. And yeah, what a great win that was. So this is like the unstoppable force hits the immovable object. Wow. What's going to happen? Do you know what I mean? What is going to happen? Someone's got to give. And I'd say that Beterbiev is probably going to knock out Bivel. But Bivel don't get knocked out. He don't seem to get hurt. He's a fast worker. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a preview for this fight. So I'm not going to do a preview now, but that is a great fight. Can't wait for it, and it's this weekend.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I'll do a preview. I think I'll probably do one. I'll see what mood I'm in. See if I treat you to a preview.
So, question 5. Would you box Tommy Fury for the buns?
Well, I won't box him for free. Would I box Tommy Fury for the old Bunsen burner? Probably not. I like Tommy Fury. He's currently active. A bit of a Love Island style. You know Tommy Fury probably better than me. You watch a bit of Love Island, don't you? So I don't consider Tommy Fury to be a proper boxer. So I would come out of retirement for...
I don't even know who fought last.
I think it was it Jake Paul? That might have been his last fight.
Oh, really?
He might have fought since, but he don't fight often enough.
No.
He's not a serious professional boxer.
No.
He's heavy. Well, he's not heavy to me because I boxed at super middle.
Yeah.
But he's a light heavyweight.
Okay.
I think I'd beat him up. I think I'd do him. I'm not going to say I'm not going to beat him. He's not of that level. He's British level. He didn't nearly lose, but it was a close fight against Jake Paul. Anybody who's struggling against Jake, the fake Paul,
you haven't got it.
Does not belong in the ring with the Cobra. So, listen, if there was any beef started and it all kicked off, and following this video, you never know, he might start piping up. But the only Fury I'd fight is Big John Fury, the fighting man. That's why they asked the question. John Fury was in there when he waiting to get out. No, I wouldn't fight Tommy. I like Tommy. I've got a lot of respect for him. I like what he's done. What is he? He's like a celebrity type fighter. A little bit like, but not as much as Chris Eubank Jr. But Chris Eubank Jr. for me is not a serious professional boxer. He don't fight often enough. He's not busy enough.
Well,
you know what I mean? So.
But is that his fault?
Yeah, it is, because he wants to be a bit of a celeb. He lives the life a little bit, and he just dips his toe in here and there. And now he's looking for a big fight. He's nearly 36 years old.
Right. Okay.
His career's over nearly.
Yeah.
And what's he going to be famous for? He lost to Billy Joe, lost to George Groves.
Yeah.
And then what's he done? He's doing nothing.
No.
He's just like, he's not serious about the game.
You've got to keep active, haven't you?
Tommy Fury's a bit like that. He made some good money against Jake Paul,
Yeah.
and he's probably thought, fuck this professional boxing game for a living. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard
do you know
work,
what I mean? So, yeah, fair play to him. But no, I wouldn't fight him. Or would I? Maybe I would. It's the bunts,
Make your mind up.
It's the old. It'd have to be big bunts.
This one's for me. Did you enjoy watching Carl fight, or was it a nightmare for you?
So let me ask that. Did you enjoy watching me fight, or was it a nightmare?
Thanks.
Was it?
I hated every minute of it.
Did you?
Every single minute of it, yeah. When that bell rang at the end, it was like, oh God, I can relax now. Even through the high, it was a roller coaster of emotions. But even the highs, I didn't really enjoy. I just couldn't wait until the fight was over.
What about the first fight you ever saw me live, which was
that was Jermaine Taylor.
Jermaine Taylor fight.
Yeah.
Did you not enjoy that? You didn't
that fight, I was
understand
very
boxing,
naive.
Did you? Yeah.
I was like a novice to the sport. I'd only just got with you. And I didn't really know what to expect. I know that seems really silly.
So you weren't sitting there worried and thinking, even when I got
really.
dropped? I remember you clapping when I got dropped.
Okay, is this not supposed to happen? And then very serious, became very serious very quickly.
Did you clap when I got dropped?
God, probably not. No.
I thought I looked
I think your mum went, Rachel, this is not supposed to happen. I went, oh.
But after that, when you understood what it meant.
Yeah, of course. But that fight was a great one to think back on, only because the highs were very, very high.
Wicked fight.
As in the very end.
You've probably seen
of
it,
the
but
fight.
Froch Taylor, my first world title defence, what a fight. Even now, it's all over Instagram.
Yeah, it is,
all over social media. The big Finny with the Rocky music.
You kind of didn't know until the very, very end of the fight if he was going to win or not. And that's where you knocked Jermaine Taylor out in like ridiculous fashion. And it was just... That was incredible. You stopped him, but he was knocked out on his feet, wasn't he, really?
He was, yeah.
The ref stopped it. So, but...
I think a lot of partners would agree with you that it's not an enjoyable experience when your partner's in the ring getting punched.
It's not. And I think it got worse and worse. Every fight that you did, the kind of the feeling just got worse.
The pressure. And then when you've got kids as well, it becomes worse, doesn't it? Because you don't want to be like...
So now if you ask me, shall I fight Rachel straight away, I'd go, no. You don't need to.
Not even Jake Paul?
No.
Not even Tommy Fury?
No. You gotta train. That's the thing. You've got to get back into the ring. You've got to
train.
No, I know. I mean, full-on boxing training again.
I'm on it. Don't worry about that. I smack the bags for Smack the bag for 30
fun.
minutes straight through. Easy work for the Cobra. No, I'm 47 now.
But you've got to spar.
4 rounds. I won't need to spar to fight Jake Paul or Tommy Fury. Why do I need to
Still
spar?
though, you need to sharpen up a little bit.
Yeah, true.
Do you think you will ever be able to get Joe Calzaghe on your channel? Have you reached out?
I might get him on the channel. Might have to give him a few quid. You never know. I think it'd be good actually getting Joe on the channel.
Yeah.
I've not really reached out now. I've mentioned to Darren Barker, who plays a bit of golf with him.
Yeah.
They're quite friendly, Darren Barker and Joe Calzaghe. But I don't think there's a great deal to talk about, is there? Be a bit of a macho standoff, bit of a bravado. We'll talk about who do you think
Could
would
ask
have
him
won.
about his career though.
Yeah.
His career and kind of where your career was going when you.
Not really that interesting. No. You know what I mean? If I could get him on, I'd get him on. But you know, it's not really. It's not in my to-do list.
No.
Really. I
Well,
suppose people
like
would want to
see
it.
you two.
Yeah. But I've got no
together,
problem with
haven't
Calzaghe.
you?
I've already said before. I think he
Yeah.
was a fantastic fighter, very good, tough fighter, super fit,
Yeah.
and he had a great career. But yeah, that's it. He vacated the WBC title rather than fight me. I had my career. He had the finishing of his career. He
Yeah.
fought old man Roy Jones, old man Hopkins, and then he retired. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not really much to say. If I could get him on the channel, it'd be good. But I'm not going to go out my way. I'll see him when we're going to Cardiff. If he's in Nottingham one night, I'll treat him to a Cobra special. No one knows what the Cobra special is.
That's weird.
No, I'm on about recipe and dinner. I know what your Cobra special is. And it ain't what Joe Calzaghe would be getting.
Oh my God.
Took yourself a big hole there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I'm not a bad chef. I've got a few.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
I'll knock something on. Is it a family show? You know? Late teenagers watch this. Anyway, next question.
That went downhill rapidly.
I enjoyed that. It was good. Let's go.
So question 8. What did you make of Nick Ball's win at the weekend?
Very impressed with Nick Ball. I like him. What is he? He's smaller than that. I think he's 5'2".
Fellow
5'2". Wrecking Ball. That's his nickname. Wrecking. Nick Wrecking Ball. Fellow Scouser. Yeah. You got John Conte, Tony Bellew,
Natasha Jonas.
Tasha Jonas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about to say the words out. You was part of it, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Tasha Jonas. And now you've got Nick Ball flying the flag for the city. Big Liverpool fan like Tony Bellew.
He's an Evertonian.
Oh, is it? I'll have to check with him. Sure he's Liverpool.
shut
You sure
up.
Bellew is Everton?
Shut up,
Are you
you're
sure?
going mad.
But anyway, Nick Ball, what's he going to do if he goes mad? What's going to happen? It's not going to end well for him, is it? Pop, pop, bang. But yeah, Nick Ball, great. Top fighter. Who's he just fought? Ronnie Rios. Just beat Ronnie Rios.
Yeah.
Defended his WBA title. He's got a draw to Vargas for the WBC title a couple of fights ago.
Yeah.
And that was a controversial draw. He's given away like 5 or 6 inches in height.
Right.
He fought really well that night. I thought he did enough to win. It was close.
But he wants that rematch,
I
doesn't
think that's the fight for him. The rematch for that's the WBC title. So
Right.
he'll
Big
probably
one.
want to write that draw, even
Yeah.
though he's unbeaten still. It's nice when you get a draw. Not that I've had a draw, but you're still unbeaten.
Yeah.
You still say I'm unbeaten. So he didn't lose. I thought he'd won. That might be what he's looking for. But there's a tasty fight potentially with Inoue, the Japanese monster. His ring name's the Monster. He's down at bantamweight, but there's not much weight difference between them. So that'd be a fight. Maybe Inoue comes up to Nick Ball. I don't think he's ready for that yet. I'm not gonna like disrespect either of these fighters, but Nick Ball's still growing, still developing, still like mid-20s.
Okay.
Ronnie Rios was like 34, 35 years old. No really outstanding win on his record, but it was a steady defence. I say steady actually. Nick Ball did get his nose busted. There's blood everywhere, and he went into the later rounds. I think he takes too many shots. Don't want to be negative. I was going to be constructively criticise his style. I mean, I'm one to talk for taking shots. But Nick Ball took a lot of punishment, he took a lot of shots, but he just walked through and he just lands. He's so exciting. Probably the most exciting fighter to come out of Britain at the minute.
At the moment.
Yeah, he's looking. I mean, you got Hamza Shiraz, who you've seen. He's there with Nick Ball, but Shiraz is a prospect because he's not world champ yet. Nick Ball's now a WBA world champion. Get the rematch for the WBC against Vargas, and I think the world's his oyster. And if you could get the Inoue fight against the monster, for me that'd be a lick your lips type of fight. But no, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love it. What's up? I lick my lips when there's a good fight on. I do. I lick them. I'm looking. I'm thinking, come on, let's have it. I can't wait for the Fury Usyk rematch. If I'm honest, I'm looking forward to better be a Bivel this weekend.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm probably more excited about boxing now. I've been retired 10 years than what I was when I was fighting, because it was all about just training and competing and not really.
Now you can actually relax and watch the
sit
fights.
back and watch the best sport in the world, bar none, in my humble opinion.
Because you're not afraid of getting cancelled,
Again.
what are your thoughts on all the boxing channels buying subscribers? Do they?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, you can buy Instagram followers, can't you? You can buy...
And
probably...
why do it? They're all pushing the 1 million mark now. I just don't get it. You can clearly tell by the subscribers versus views and comments. I've just wondered about it.
Have they mentioned any names on the channels?
No. We know boxing is corrupt, but also the boxing channels. What's the point?
But listen, you can buy Instagram followers or you can boost and pay money to,
Yeah.
and you get lots of DMs off companies that say, oh, do you want another 50,000 followers? And
Yeah.
remember when Twitter had a clean up and Amir Khan's, I'm digging Amir Khan out now, but it went down from 1 million followers straight down to 500 overnight because of the bots and all the crap that's out there.
Oh.
So I dare say you can buy YouTube followers as well. I'd never do it. I don't see the point. I think your views speak volumes. So
Yeah.
if you've got...
When it's organically grown.
Yeah, if you've got a channel that's got 800,000 subscribers
Yeah.
and they're getting 10,000 average views. I think my average views, somebody pointed out to me the other day actually, they said your average is 130,000. So you take all your videos, divide it by the total number, as your mean average for views.
Okay.
And then you've got, and I've got 120, I'm approaching 130,000 subscribers. Thank you very much if you haven't already hit subscribe to the biggest and fastest growing, most viewed boxing channel in the business. It just came out of nowhere, that did.
Didn't it?
But there's people with 800,000 followers or subscribers,
Yeah.
and they're getting an average of 10,000 views per video. It don't make any sense. The correlation's wrong.
Yeah.
That does happen as they get more. People like Russell Brand and, I don't know, Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson, they've got millions of followers.
Yeah.
The videos aren't going to always get millions,
No.
but the averages don't work on these snide boxing channels that are trying to give it the big one. What I would say is, these ones that are approaching 1 million,
Yeah.
when I got to 100,000, you can see it in the back corner there, the silver play button, it says Froch on Fighting, a YouTube official play button. If you get to 1 million subscribers, then you get your gold play button.
Gold play.
So when I see a boxing channel with 1 million subscribers, I want to see that gold play button. And I want to make sure it's real. I want to bite it and feel it. I want to see the certificate of authenticity. But I don't believe it. I don't see the point. Maybe they're trying to impress sponsorship or trying to. But I don't see the point, because if you've got loads of followers but nobody's watching your channel, you've got like 10,000 views.
Yeah.
What's the point?
No.
Don't make sense. I'm happy with my hundreds of thousands of views. I'm 129,000 subs, and it's growing, like you said earlier, organically. So they're genuine, real people who want to subscribe, who enjoy the content, and who enjoy it even more when you're in vision. Looking at me nodding, with a little bit of you. You know what the whistle is, don't you? The whistle denotes the...
We don't know what the whistle is.
Do we not?
No.
Don't make me after.
Keep that to yourself.
But anyway, thanks for liking and subscribing. I don't get why people buy followers and buy subscribers. It's sad, and I want to see the play button, the gold one. What you got for me now?
So
About
question
done, aren't
10.
we? We're about wrapped?
No, we've got
Not a
one
wrap.
more. We've got
One more. Come on, if you're still with us, stay with us. It's going to get fruity. It's not really. Come on.
What do you think the future of boxing looks like in 5 to 10 years?
Future of boxing in 5 to 10 years.
More belts, no promoters, fixed pay, or leagues, etc.
I think this might be.
Sorry, this guy just wants to say big thanks for all the years of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice you've
welcome.
served over the years. Always enjoy watching your fights. So, yeah, what do you think?
Appreciate that. You're welcome. What do I think? Well, Turkey Sheikh, the Saudi.
What's he going to do next?
Saudi, is he a promoter? Is he an advisor? Is he a funder? What is he? I don't know what he is, but he loves his boxing, and we know who he is because of the fights we've had. The last one at Wembley and the ones we've had previous to that in Saudi Arabia. So maybe they're talking about the boxing becoming a bit more of a league like the UFC. So it might change. You might get less belts. It might be more about the fight, the names and the people, but people involved rather than belts. But we don't know, do we? We don't know how it's going to look, because when individual fighters become world champions, they become the star in their own right.
Yeah.
And when you've got leagues and it's like the UFC, they don't tend to make the money they probably should be making. I mean, I know Conor McGregor made a fortune, but he branched out and was a star in his own right, and he's done other things. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. As long as the best fight the best, which doesn't always happen. It's not happened for years in boxing. You talked about me and Calzaghe earlier, but there was fights where you want to see fights happen. Manny Pacquiao Mayweather should have happened many years earlier. And there's loads of fights you can go through. You'd be here all day with fights where you've not seen. I mean, Anthony Joshua, he's never fought Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? And that's a fight we want to see. And by the time that fight happens, it'll probably be a little bit too late. Where if you had a league and if it was set up more like the UFC, these fights would be a must early on. Yeah. Whether you're a champion or not, you're ranked number 1, you're ranked number 2, you're fighting each other. That's your next fight.
Yeah.
No swerving and ducking and no going for the WBA or the IBF or the WBO or, you know what I mean? The WBC. They've got all the belts. They're all there. Not the WBO, never fought for that one. But that used to be a bit of a pony belt, that one did. There's 3 major belts.
What, now it's
They're
okay?
there. WBO was more sort of justified when Floyd Mayweather became WBO champion. When he won the title years ago, it made it more of a give it some buzz. There was one called an IBO, which was a bit of a snide belt as well. I don't even know if that's still around now. But anyway, if it became more of a league, I think I'd prefer it because the best will probably fight the best.
Yeah.
But who knows what the future holds? With Bricktop and Eddie Hills, we don't know where they're going, do we?
And Turkey. Turkey
Don't forget him. Don't know what the future holds of boxing. Is that a wrap? No more questions?
I think
Enjoyed
that's
that. Enjoyed it. Thanks for getting the questions in. Really appreciate it. There's always hundreds of questions. We've filtered through them. Apparently Rachel's picked the best ones. I might do a members area only questions.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means I answer all the fruity questions.
Oh my gosh. Oh, bloody hell.
Get you on OnlyFans as well.
Oh,
Let me know in the comments if you want to see Rachel on OnlyFans. Maybe you can make a right few quid apparently.
Shut up.
No, you don't have to be.
Calm yourself down.
All right, sorry. Am I in trouble? You don't have to be like really like scantily clad.
Don't you? Are you going to do one then?
Listen, if there's a market for it, let me know if you want me to do an OnlyFans. Anyway, that's been it for another episode of Froch on Fighting with me, Carl Froch, and my gorgeous, beautiful wife, Rachel Froch. And next we might have a Better Beev Bivel preview. We may have a response review post-fight reaction. May also have one of them. I'm gonna have to see what I'm doing over the weekend after I've watched the fight. I'm quite busy, but let me know if you want to see one. But again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Leave a 5-star rating as well on the Apple Podcast. Where else are we?
Spotify.
Spotify. Get your reviews in. Give us a blinding review, and we're just not going to go anywhere. So until then, we'll see you.